Ladywood, Birmingham, one of the poorest and most deprived constituencies in the UK. 46% of children in this area are designated as being in poverty. Over 11% of residents are claiming unemployment benefit, the highest in the UK and nearly 3 times the national average. Ross Bryson has been a GP here for many years, and as a Christian his desire is to see God's love extended to this community way beyond the help medical training can give.
We knew that people had so many different needs in their lives which the health services, the social services were not meeting.
So he and his colleagues set about doing things differently, looking to engage the church in helping to meet the needs that were sometimes overwhelming them in general practice.
So in the late 1990s we appointed the first full-time chaplain in general practice in the United Kingdom. One of the purposes of that chaplain's role was to connect with local churches to see how local churches could then meet the needs of patients that we were dealing with.
And this desire to serve the wider needs of patients and see God impact the community through the church led to the creation of Karis Neighbour scheme. It all started with local authority backing to run a number of Sure Start children's centres and has grown to work with a wider section of those often marginalised in the community.
Yeah, I mean, Karis Neighbour scheme's been going for about 13 years now. We had quite a broad remit when we were set up to meet needs that were going unmet in the area. So initially that was things like practical needs like poor quality housing and emotional needs, particularly around isolation and loneliness. And over the years we've built up quite a wide range of activities off the back of those core areas that are still really our priorities.
While continuing work among children and families, Karis now runs English classes, has links with a local food bank and runs a busy and effective advocacy service.
So we run an advocacy session twice a week, and it's really an opportunity for people to bring letters they don't understand or any issues they have with their benefits or debts, any kind of administrative kind of issue they might come in with. And it's a drop-in session and we just try and help them with it really. A lot of the people that we see are asylum seekers and refugees, and often the reason they come to us is because they don't speak English very well.
And the work of Karis continues to grow.
We see probably about 25 people a day across all the different projects. That's about 125 people a week, and over the course of a year that builds up to sort of maybe about 7,000 sort of contact sessions with people of all ages and backgrounds as well.
For the whole community locally, the Voice of Ladywood newspaper is written, edited and delivered by Karis Neighbour scheme volunteers.
We're here in Ladywood today. We're out and about delivering some of the Voices of Ladywood newspaper. It's a project we've been working with local residents to help set up, where we're doing a quarterly sort of newspaper with loads of local news, good news stories, trying to help tell people what's going on in the area, get them feeling like they're part of the community, get them informed and help get people to sort of see the positive side of Ladywood, because we often get a bad press in the local and the national press as well.
And with an ageing population, a rapidly growing part of the work of Karis is with the elderly.
We started in June 2008 by running an event called Time for Tea. This event has been growing and it is so worthwhile to see people who might not otherwise have a lot of chance for personal interaction getting engaged in conversation over a sandwich and a piece of cake or two.
So whoever they are working with, those at Karis Neighbour scheme are wanting to practically demonstrate God's undeserved love and favour, His grace, to the people of Ladywood.
All that we seek to do in Karis Neighbour scheme is rooted in that concept of God's grace and His desire that we might reach out and touch people, whatever their starting points, wherever they've come from, whatever walk of life they've been through. God loves them and He wants us to reach out to them.